I'm done.
That's what I mean. I might have mistakenly said that. That was
Just remember the class right here.
This is Robert Arthur Moses, a 63-year-old divorced Air Force veteran and father to one adopted child. He's calm, composed, and highly cooperative in assisting with the investigation into the mysterious murder of his ex-wife. However, there is one thing he absolutely refuses to do: take a polygraph test.
I know you probably feel like you're getting drugged through the ringer right now, but we would like to probably set you up for a polygraph.
I don't know about taking a polygraph. I don't know anything about those.
By the time he sat for his second police interview, all that cooperation had gone out the window.
I don't know what you're talking about now, but it sounds like you're accusing me of something.
Little did he know, the cops already knew exactly why he refused to take the test. Anna Moses grew up in Almaty, Kazakhstan. But as soon as she turned 18, she moved to St. Petersburg to attend college, where she earned her bachelor's degree in economics. While living in St. Petersburg, two life-changing events shaped Anna's future forever. First, she gave birth to a baby boy and named him Igor, after her father. The second was meeting Bob Moses.
How'd y'all meet?
I met her in Russia.
Okay.
I went on a trip over there, and I met her over there, and we talked back and forth, and then I got her a visa, and she came over here. Well, not here. I mean, we lived in Jacksonville, Florida at the time.
Right.
And, we met. We got married down there, and then we moved over here.
When did y'all actually move to Texas?
2004, I think.
Right.
Anna had no trouble adapting to the American way of life. Neither did Igor, who, despite being born in Russia, grew up as an average American kid. Bob adopted Igor as his son shortly after marrying Anna. However, once the family settled in Frisco, things began to shift. Anna became increasingly independent. She secured a job at the University of Texas in Dallas as the Assistant Director of Strategic Planning and Analysis, earned a master's degree in economics, and even began working on a second master's degree in data analysis. But as Anna excelled in her professional and academic life, her relationship with Bob began to deteriorate. When asked about his divorce during his first interrogation, Bob had this to say.
Did y'all ever fight whenever y'all were married?
I mean, we had disagreements. I mean,
Gotcha.
that's kind of why we're divorced. I mean, we're kind of like opposites in some ways.
Gotcha.
Anything physical or...
No, nothing like that. I would never do something like that.
What Bob failed to tell the cops was that in December of 2012, he and Anna had a fight so intense that she hid in a closet and called the police. According to Anna's friends, she was terrified that her husband might kill her that night. Well, by March of 2013, the couple had divorced, and Bob moved out of the house in July, shortly after his son's high school graduation. From that point on, things seemed to stabilize. Igor began attending the University of Texas at Dallas, or also known as UTD, and Bob and Anna stayed in touch as they worked together to support him through college.
I give her a check, every month for help him with the school and for his health insurance. We split the cost of his health insurance.
Okay.
He's on her plan at UT. At UTD, yeah, she works at UTD.
Now, while Bob remained single, Anna began dating a man named Michael Stadnik in early 2014 and made their relationship official that summer. However, exactly a year after they met, things took a dramatic turn. On the night of January 14th, 2014, Anna and Michael had planned to meet at her house for their weekly date night. But when Michael arrived, Anna didn't answer the door or her phone. The next day, Michael grew increasingly concerned when Anna didn't show up to work. Worried, he contacted the Frisco Police Department and requested a welfare check at her home. Upon entering the house, it didn't take long for officers to find Anna's body. Anna was discovered lying face down in the garage, still wearing her coat and scarf. Her purse and belongings were scattered all across the floor next to her, in a pool of her own blood. An empty Taco Bell wrapper and a few envelopes that she had been carrying were also found on the floor nearby. Forensic analysis revealed that Anna had been shot 7 times. She sustained a bullet wound to her neck, 2 to her chest, and 3 to her back. Additionally, a 7th bullet grazed her skin and ended up lodged inside her coat. Scrapes on both her hands suggested that she may have fallen to the ground or tried to defend herself during the attack. The scene was gruesome, but one crucial item was missing: Anna's car. As you can see, danger is lurking everywhere, especially in today's digital age. As we spend more time online, even our personal information can be stolen and sold on the dark web, making us easy targets for spammers, scammers, and identity thieves. And the worst part? They often face zero consequences for their actions. Have you ever been a victim of a data breach? Or maybe you don't even realize that you've been one. That's why it's up to us to protect ourselves. And that's exactly why I use Aura, today's sponsor. Aura keeps you safe online by handling all the hard work for you. They identify data brokers selling your information and submit opt-out requests on your behalf. Within a few weeks, you'll notice your personal details disappearing from these sites when you search for yourself, leading to less spam. Aura also continuously monitors the dark web and alerts you if they find your personal information exposed. If someone tries to use your data to access your credit or bank accounts, you'll be notified immediately. Plus, Aura provides up to $5 million in identity theft insurance in case the worst happens. And that's not all. The Aura app includes a VPN with 100 plus virtual locations. Does your current VPN offer all these features too? You can try Aura free for 14 days by visiting my link in the description, aura.com/thevillains. That's AURA.com/thevillains. That's enough time for Aura to check if any of your personal data is exposed. Stay safe online with Aura. Quickly after this discovery, an investigation was set, and the police took statements from Igor, Michael, Anna's friends, and, last but not least, her ex-husband. On January 15th, Bob Moses is brought to the police station, but he seems extremely confused as to why he's there.
We're going to ask you some questions, okay? And if you don't feel comfortable answering some of those questions, you don't have to, okay? This is all voluntary. You don't have to do.
I don't understand. What?
So that's what we're trying to explain to you. You're not under arrest, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
What we're trying to do is figure out information surrounding circumstances of Anna's death. And we don't know what happened or what led up to it. And that's what we're trying to talk to as many people as we can today.
Okay.
We've talked to Igor, we've talked to Anna's boyfriend, we've talked to some of her other friends, and we've talked to a bunch of people. So we're trying to figure out what happened, and maybe when the last time you saw her, spoke with her.
What happened? I mean, I don't.
We have good reason to believe that Anna was murdered.
Oh my God.
When asked about the day of the murder, Bob provides little to no detail about his activities. Instead, he tries to steer the conversation toward his roommates and himself, describing their jobs and daily routines. What's he trying to avoid talking about?
Let me ask you, let's start out by, where were you yesterday in the morning? From the time you woke up to...
Yesterday was Tuesday.
Yes,
I was at the house.
at the house? Okay.
Yeah.
So what were you doing while you were at home?
Just, not much really. I mean, what I do is I go around. We have the ability to look up places online and get their address so we know where they live.
Okay.
And then we find a neighborhood and then we go knocking door to door. I have a permit, okay, from Frisco.
Okay.
I came here and got a solicitor permit or whatever it's called.
Yeah, to go do business.
Yeah, so go do knock on people's doors and
Yes.
stuff like that.
Okay.
So, it's been like this for a couple of weeks now. It's been, especially the weekends. The weekends are the best time to get people out because it gets dark early.
Mm-hmm.
So, we go, try to find, I'll go and walk through, the mall or Target parking lot or places like that and see people that have held damage in their car, and then, we have a service online. We can look up where they live so we can go knock on their door. I wasn't really doing anything yesterday, watching TV or anything else. I mean, it's just...
What did you watch on TV? What you watched on TV?
On the football game. I went to Ohio State. So I was
Okay.
watching all about the football game, championship game that was on Monday.
Okay.
So I was just watching, stuff like that.
Okay. Okay. And then at some point, at 7:30 or 7, you went to Twin Peaks?
Yeah, I don't know exactly. I mean, I go to Twin Peaks, I was there tonight, I go there 2, 3, 4 nights a week sometimes.
Would you be like a regular there?
Yeah, they know who I am.
So you were there, what time would you say you were at Twin Peaks yesterday?
I usually eat dinner before I go, so I probably had dinner yesterday was Tuesday yesterday. I would say I went down there about 7.
Okay.
I don't necessarily,
Remember what you were wearing?
what was I wearing? I'm wearing probably these pants.
Okay.
I'll wear my Ohio State jacket because I want to win.
Is it bright red? Or is it got gray sleeves? What does it look like?
It's pretty much red.
Red?
It's got a lot of red to it. It's got a big logo on it.
Okay.
I was going to win, kind of kid with people because nobody was giving me heck. They were saying, Oregon's going to beat you guys.
Right. Okay. And did you eat with anybody?
I sit at the bar.
You sit at the bar?
So I think I had a sandwich at the bar and a couple beers.
It takes him forever to recall basic details about the day of the murder, despite it being just the day before. Yet, when the detectives shift the topic to something that he's interested in, his responses come instantly. The detectives can see through him pretty fast. By the way, if you're finding this video interesting so far, please make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. It really supports the channel. Now, let's dive right back in. Despite giving such a vague and contentless statement, he does answer 2 questions in extreme detail. The first one is this.
Did you drive at all by her house yesterday?
Her house? No, not yesterday.
Okay. When's the last time you were by her house?
Well, Ira was out of school, so I was over there, I don't know, maybe it was last week.
Last week?
I don't know. I'm trying to think. We went to the movie one day, so I went over and picked him up.
And the second one is this.
What happened to your hand there?
Oh, my dog, I was trying to put the covers on the bed this morning. And he jumped up on the bed before I had the cover. I said, no, get down. I put him down. I went to do it again. I ran into the desk, my room, the corner of the desk, and just kind of cut my hand there.
You mind if we look at that?
No, that's fine.
Is it like a scrape?
Yeah.
Okay. You get kind of swole up too?
Yeah. I just ran into the side of the desk, and it's like,
Okay. All right.
When you get older, man.
Yeah.
I feel it, man.
Yeah.
You're not even.
I'm feeling it, trust me.
You just, I notice sometimes I just bumped into something. I cut my hand or something like
You
that.
take butt thinners or anything?
No.
Okay.
Your skin just gets thinner, though. You can feel your skin's like thin and stuff.
Gotcha. Do you know of anybody who would want to harm Anna?
No, why would somebody want to harm Anna?
I'm just asking.
We don't know her,
We don't
so.
know her.
Yeah, I don't know. We've been divorced. When I moved in this house, I moved out of the house.
Yeah.
Last year. No, that's the year before now.
Yeah.
I don't really, since I moved out, I go over there to see Eager, and then, when I give her a check, every month for helping with the school and for his health insurance. We split the cost of his health insurance.
Okay.
He's on her plan at
UT?
At UTD, yeah, she works at UTD. And so, I give her a check, and so sometimes I go over and give her the check. He may not be there, but most of the time I go there, it's just, maybe pick him up, take him to a movie or go out to eat or something like that.
Gotcha. Okay, so you pretty much have told us that you didn't, that you spent all day at the house and that you went over to Twin Peaks and then you went straight home.
Yeah.
Okay. Like I asked you earlier, is there any reason why either a witness or a camera had seen you or has got you on footage anywhere near her house?
No,
Okay. Are you responsible for her death?
no,
Okay. Do you know anybody who wanted her dead?
no, I don't know. Why would somebody want her dead?
Bob thinks that he got away with murder, but what he doesn't know is that playing dumb can't fool the cops. Or the DNA evidence. A few months later, they ask him to return to the station for another interview. What will happen this time?
All right, Bob, thanks for coming in and providing us a statement. Everything you've been doing today is voluntary, and we appreciate that.
Okay.
But look at your statement, this isn't gonna be good enough, man. We need to dig a little bit deeper, we need to ask some more questions, okay? Because there's a lot of, this isn't nothing. This is nothing for me to work with.
Yeah, I'm sorry, especially right now, my mind is like, I don't remember what I did yesterday.
And we've been respecting you, and we haven't been bothering you.
Right.
While throughout her burial process or anything.
I understand.
The funeral part's over, and we gotta get on, we got an investigation.
Right.
And I'm trying to get as much information as I can from you right now. You've been very good. I fully expected you to consent to the polygraph and be able to get that done. You were saying that you don't want to do that, which is going to put a cloud over you, man. That's not not sitting well with me at all, because you've been helping out,
Right.
And then all of a sudden polygraph, it doesn't sit well with me one bit, and I got big shit to work with right here on this statement. I don't like it, and we need to figure out what's going on.
Unlike his first interview, where he remained calm and collected, Bob is now fully defensive. For another hour, he refuses to expand on his statements or agree to a polygraph test. His excuse is this.
I know a lot of people have agreed to do this, but it is a polygraph,
Right.
and wanted to see if you'd be willing to submit to one.
Actually, I've been advised not to take a polygraph.
Okay.
Okay. I've just been told that it's in nobody's best interest. I understand you asked for it, but I've been...
Right, but here's the deal with the polygraph. We don't, it's a tool. It's
Well,
not, it don't,
There's a reason why I was told not to do it.
Okay.
And I know a guy who used to be a lawyer, he's no longer practicing law, and he asked me some questions and said, no, you shouldn't take one. And I'm just gonna go by what he said.
no, and I understand and respect that.
Right.
And, I guess our deal is, we're using it as a tool. We don't
Right.
put all our weight on that.
Right,
Hell, we don't even use that.
right,
We just, it's a tool for us.
right.
Because here's the deal, when we look at your statement, it's very vague, man.
Right, no, I
And
understand.
we need, in order for, I think, the proper steps to be taken to probate stuff,
Right.
in the end, they're gonna need to know shit, be able to say, hey, man, look at this guy. He's got a big ass hole in his statement.
Right.
And that's gonna help us, man.
Right.
That's what we're trying to do. We're just trying to, if we don't need to spend any more time talking to you, we don't wanna do that anymore.
No, I understand.
And, that's just where we're coming from. It's just, it's a tool for us to eliminate you. It's not admissible in court or anything like that.
I understand that. Let me just tell you exactly what the guy told me, not in great detail, okay? He asked me some questions and advised me not to take it. And he told me the reason why. I can't share that with you, obviously, but he gave me a legitimate reason why not to. It has nothing to do with what you're trying to do.
Is he a polygrapher?
No, he's a retired lawyer.
And I understand that, but did he do criminal law?
Again, I'm not going to go in depth on it because
I understand that.
As detectives push harder, Bob becomes increasingly tense, but he still won't cooperate. What is he trying so desperately to hide?
Okay.
So Anna was murdered.
Yes.
So when I get this, it's not like a baseball was stolen out of some store.
Right.
We're working a murder, and people are doing their best. Everyone else is bending over backwards to accommodate us, and now we're catching. I don't know. I don't keep track of every minute or every day.
I don't.
And that's
I can tell you where I was at 2 o'clock yesterday.
In an effort to break through, the cops try to appeal to him, describing him in a positive light. Will this strategy work?
I'd hate for somebody to be keeping you from being able to
Right.
to clear your name.
Right.
You know what I'm
No.
saying? Because
Right.
until then,
Right.
because of the statement you've given us, it's
Right.
it's very vague. And everybody else's is like boom, 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 boom.
Right.
And yours is like this big gaping hole.
Right.
And we need to close that thing up, man.
Right.
I mean, this is an excellent way to do that.
Right.
Excellent way.
Right.
I mean, you're a grown man, and I know you're, you can make your own decisions. I fully see that.
Right.
I mean, you're a military guy.
Right.
You know, you went to college. You're a smart guy.
Right.
You know, you've made it in the business world.
Right.
And I'd hate for somebody to influence you when what's at stake is, hey, clearing your friggin' name. Because it's not him that's sitting in your chair.
All right, but let me explain something to you. What you just did, I'm a smart guy.
Yeah.
In business, everything I've done, I've relied on people who know more than I do about certain things.
Yeah.
I've always used their opinion.
Mm-hmm.
That's his opinion, okay? And I have to take it at his value. I don't know anything about
Right.
the test, okay? I have to take his word as to what he told me.
Right.
Okay? And I'm going to take his word for
And
it.
I understand that. And like I said, before, it's not about asking you stupid.
Right.
It's about bare bones.
Look, I
And
fully
straight up.
understand that that's what it is, but I've been told not to, okay? So you're not going to change my mind,
Right.
okay?
Well, I'm not.
When somebody who I consider to have a professional, expertise in something, gives me their opinion on something, I'm going to take their opinion, okay? And he's just advised me, you really don't want to do that, okay?
However, things take a turn once they begin asking about Anna's car.
When's the last time you drove her car?
I couldn't say for sure. I know it hasn't been too long ago because I did some work at the house and I had to move her car. So
Do you remember why you had to move her car?
I had to move it because we had to do something to brought something. I don't remember exactly, okay? I mean, I couldn't honestly tell you the last time I drove her car,
Okay.
okay?
Okay. Is there any reason, like I said, a lot of this stuff, like the car, we've had it analyzed.
Right,
It's in the process of being analyzed for evidence.
right.
Is there any reason why your blood would be inside of her car?
Not that I can think of now,
Not that you can think of?
no.
Okay. We found blood in her car. And we have a good reason to believe that it's not hers. Now, we have a good reason to believe that it's not hers.
Anna's car, which had been missing from the crime scene, was discovered abandoned just hours after her body was found. Inside, detectives found 2 fresh bloodstains. The DNA in those bloodstains belonged to Anna and Bob. The question is, though, how did Bob's blood get there? The real mystery, however, is why Bob would murder his ex-wife. When detectives start asking about his finances, they uncover a crucial piece of the puzzle, one that confirms their hypothesis.
How are you making money?
That way. Plus I have Social Security,
Okay, how much of a Social Security check are you getting?
like about $1,500 a month.
$1,600 a month. And I guess, okay, how much does it cost? How much does your rent cost?
$600.
$600 a month. Okay, and how much is your car payment?
Like $269.
$269. Did you finance for 5 or 6 years?
I couldn't tell you right now.
What dealership do you get that through?
I got it through a wholesaler.
Wholesaler? Okay. And how much does it cost to fund, I guess, Iger's insurance?
What insurance?
Or whatever insurance that y'all
What
pay
you
for?
pay to Anna
Yeah.
for Iger.
What do you pay for?
Oh, Anna has health insurance with Eager on it, and I pay for part of that. I give her a check for part of
Do
that.
you know how much that is?
How much is it? No, that's
What part do you give her?
it's part of what I give her.
Okay.
And you don't know how much that part
I don't know
is?
the exact amount. No.
If you could guesstimate, what would it be? 500, 300, 100?
His monthly insurance?
What, the portion that you pay to Anna?
I think his part is about $300 or something like that.
Are you on Anna's insurance too?
No.
And then, I guess, 600, that includes all utilities, all?
Utilities, everything. Yeah.
Okay, okay. And how much would you say you make from the company? How much would you say they've paid you, or
a month?
I don't know, it's a 1099, you just get a,
Contract.
Contract.
Have you gotten it yet this year?
No, I haven't gotten it yet.
Would you say that you made, how much would you guesstimate that you made this year from that company?
This year, 2015?
No, 2014.
Oh, 2014? I have no idea, but I had other jobs in 2014.
Is it commission-based, or is it,
Yeah, just
do you get a salary?
Yeah,
Or?
it's a 1099.
Okay.
1099, you just do performance service, they pay you a commission. They
So-
pick taxes on it.
So if you go and you get someone to sign up to get their car, let's say it's a four-door passenger car.
Right.
They go and get that, sign, let's say it's not some high-end.
It doesn't matter, it goes on the
Toyota.
value of the hail damage. You get a percentage of what the,
What is that percent? So if it was $1,000?
let's say, no, most hail damage is like $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. Okay, so they just have a formula where, okay, let's say the insurance company pays $4,000. They subtract out certain costs and they give you a percentage of the net gross.
Do you know what that percentage is?
Yeah, 20%.
20%?
So it just depends on the car. I mean, you could, a car that has $5,000 worth of damage, you could make $800-900 on it. Okay, it just depends. But I've only been doing that for a little while. I had a job before that.
Where was that
It was a call center down in Dallas.
at? Okay.
That was back in like July or June, something like that.
How much would you guess that you made last year? Just a roundabout guess. I'm not going to hold you to a number.
I have no idea. Until I get my statements from them, I have no idea.
Like 40,000 a year, 20,000?
Honestly, I don't know until I get them.
Bob was making little to no money on his job. Plus, a quick search proved that he had multiple credit cards, all maxed out. While all that happened, Anna had several thousands of dollars in her account. And her life insurance policy was worth $750,000. The statements from Anna's friends and colleagues didn't help Bob either, as they all affirmed that he became really interested in Anna's accounts, passport, jewelry, passwords, and other documents right after her death. As a matter of fact, at the beginning of this second interview, it was Bob himself who asked first about Anna's will. He didn't know it then, but he was screwed right from the start.
I did have a couple of questions. You guys said you might help us a little bit. We're looking to see if Anna has a new or newer will. And in the paperwork that was left at the house, they said they took documents from the house.
Okay.
Is there any way to check and see
Well, the old will
if
was,
there's a new one, or I don't know if it's the same or if there's a new one or what? So
that's what I don't know.
That's
Okay.
what-
I know what the old one says because we did it.
what is the one that you guys did? What did that say?
Well, basically, I gave my stuff to her, she gave her stuff to me, and then Eager was next, and then Grandma was after that.
Okay.
Okay.
All
I mean,
right.
it's kind of a standard will.
Yeah, right.
So, I mean, so I don't know, we just need to do that because eventually we need to get a lawyer and probate the estate.
Gotcha.
The cops know that he's lying. First, they ask about a sale he made. Watch as his reaction escalates more and more.
Well, I can tell you what I know. And I know on Wednesday you were selling some silver coins at the gold exchange. Do you remember that?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so
Okay, so I told
I've been doing my job. I've been following
Okay,
up,
all right.
and you give me this. You said you were at home all day, so now, okay, I was at the gold exchange selling some coins. What was that for?
I was selling off some of my coins.
What were we selling them off for? Did you need the money, or?
What is this relevant to?
It's relevant to a homicide investigation. I don't know what part of that you don't understand. I don't know what, and that's the thing with me, this whole deal is everybody else that we've talked to, cooperative.
I'm being cooperative.
Well, I know that, but they don't
Because
follow.
now you're trying to make it out
No,
like I didn't know what I was talking about there. Sure you are. Because I didn't happen to remember I went on Wednesday to sell those coins, okay? That like I said, my mind's in a fog. I don't remember everything I did. And now you're going to make it out like I didn't tell you something that I did. And I didn't remember I did that. These people do things and don't remember them all the time. Okay?
Sure.
And now you're making it out like that statement's not correct.
Well, the thing is we're asking you significant things that you've done that day. Making $1,300 or $1,400, that's significant, bro. That's something.
$1,300?
Yeah.
Yeah, you made $1,700 selling those coins back.
No, you're not. You're badly mistaken.
So,
It's like $300. It's a place right down there on 121 in Preston. There's no way I made that kind of money.
so is this receipt not accurate?
$1,300? No, I didn't get $1,300.
That's what it
Because that's
says.
about as much as you just doubled up your monthly income off that.
1/5/15.
So
1/15.
so the Thursday,
No, this says the 15th, which is Thursday.
and on Wednesday you were calling them. Do you remember calling a bunch of places asking about where you can go get gold and silver?
Yeah, I probably checked out some prices on silver. But I didn't get $1,300. There's no way I got $1,300.
Well, that's what it says on the receipt.
Well, I don't care what it says in the receipt. I'll go talk to them right now.
Okay.
They paid me in cash, and they didn't give me $1,300. I don't know why they're saying this.
Well, that's what they're claiming.
How much did you get?
About $340 or so. Look, you can take the value of the coins that they have listed here, and you'll see that that's not $1,300.
Was it that bag of coins that you had in your closet that,
What I did was I thinned out the old ones that
Right.
are really only worth the silver value.
Gotcha.
You see there's other ones still in there. I kept the ones that have good
Oh,
value
okay.
in them,
I
okay?
got you.
I was just thinning out the ones that were old, and you're not going to get anything but silver for me, and they have no value as far as the coin goes.
and this is a detailed explanation. And that's what we'd expect from
Right.
Robert Moses.
Right,
Because we've confronted you with this,
Right.
and you're explaining it.
right. Because they have the
Now-
information right here in front
No,
of them.
absolutely, absolutely. But I think, that, whenever we're asking you stuff about, a significant day, something that will be forever etched in your mind, we'd expect there to be a better kind of a timeline of
But I didn't remember what day this was. You told me it was on the 14th, and it's actually on the 15th. I didn't
no, you
remember what day
were
it was.
calling on the 14th.
Okay, well, whatever, okay? I didn't remember that. The reason I'm specific about this is the amount is wrong, okay? That's the specificity I'm saying, okay? The amount is 100% wrong, okay? And it's because you look at these coins on here.
Well, that's all we got to base off of on that receipt is what they wrote and your word. Like I've told you before, we go with your word.
Right,
The first time we talked to you, we told you what happened.
right.
We explained our position and how we've been charged with investigating this thing.
Right.
And that's what we're doing, man.
Right. No, I
And
understand.
ultimately that, we're here as an advocate for the family and for Anna.
Right.
That's what we're trying to do. And, we hope you understand that.
I do.
And we, like I said, there's just a lot more details that we would expect from somebody, and he's been doing this for a while, I've been doing this for a while, and whenever we see something like that, it throws up a huge red flag. And that's why we're in here visiting more about it, because we can't settle for that. We need more.
I don't have more.
At that point, Bob's I don't knows could not take him further along his lies, so he walks away from the situation.
I don't know what you're talking about now, but it sounds like you're accusing me of something.
I'm just trying to do my job, man. I'm trying to talk to people and figure out what's going on.
Yeah, I don't have anything more to say. You're going to start accusing me of something.
We haven't accused you of
You just did.
No, I didn't.
Well, you know what? It sounds like it to me, okay? And,
We're fact finders, okay?
good. I hope
We're-
you find the facts.
We're finding facts right now.
Okay.
And
But don't start saying things about that to me. That fact is not correct.
Okay. That's not fabricated. We didn't make that up.
Well, somebody did.
No.
The amount's not correct.
Here's the deal, though, Bob.
So I don't understand.
We didn't make that up, Bob.
We need to make it up.
We didn't make it up.
Somebody made the amount wrong.
Somebody put your name.
I'm not saying my name isn't correct on there. I'm not saying I didn't sign that. I'm saying that amount isn't correct.
Why would you sign that?
I don't know if the amount was in there when I signed it, okay? I didn't.
You're smart enough not to do that.
I don't know what the amount was in there.
You're making it hard for me to find the facts, Bob, because you can't tell me.
I'm not trying to make it hard for you to find the facts.
We're talking about somebody you cared about for a long damn time,
Absolutely.
Bob.
You know what? I'm
And that's
done
what we're doing.
talking to you guys. I'm done talking to you, okay? Because I don't know everything I did that day. You're trying to twist all this around now, okay?
We're not twisting anything around. We're here to tell you the facts.
Help us understand.
Hang on, I'm going to tell you one thing.
Okay.
You told me I did that on Wednesday the 14th, and I looked on there at the 15th. So you are twisting the facts. I'm done.
That's what I mean. I'm not a mistake. I'm not a mistake.
I'm
When you
leaving.
said that was on
Just
the
remember that the
15th.
cloud's right here.
In the end, what sentenced Bob was his lack of creativity to come up with a lie. There were several things, however, that could have saved Bob from being sentenced. For starters, the murder weapon was never found, and inside Anna's car there was a pack of cigarettes and an empty Red Bull can which didn't match his DNA. But still, his very empty statement on the day of the events weighed more. Plus, his refusal to take a polygraph test and the economical benefits that he would have received from the murder made the case all too obvious to the judges. So, in November of 2016, Bob Moses was sentenced to life in prison for the murder of his ex-wife. Now, if you think this case was horrific, you need to check out my video on the evil veteran who dissolved his wife in acid.